You know, Rigathi Gachagua is a man who is like a bitter ex. Each and every time he gets an opportunity to stand on the podium, or each and every time he gets an opportunity to speak to the people, he really comes hard upon William Ruto and his cronies. For example, Oscar Sudi and Farouk Kibet. And it doesn't matter because it is true what he says, that these people are primary school dropouts, class 3 and maybe class 6, if facts are true. And in the US tour, he has bombarded this regime with various ballistic missiles which crumble this Kenya Kwanza regime. You know, it is a strategy which is using to weaken this government and these people who think that they are untouchable. Today I said we are just listening to what people are saying. So, I'm your host, Anonymous Whistleblower. Kindly consider subscribing if you are new. Let's dive in to the topic of the day.
I saw one of the advisors of William Ruto, that's 33 dropout, trying to advise you on how to spend your money. Now, where Ruto has 33, can you advise these diaspora people on how to spend their money? you know, because he advises William Ruto, who is a PhD holder, and anafikiria he can advise anybody in the world. And he was talking in a very derogatory manner about what you do here, isn't it? So wewe endelea to advise William Ruto, and through your advice, the country is in a hole. Advisors ya William Ruto ni wawili, moja standard 6, moja standard 3. Do you need any other explanation why we are in a hole? And that is why hata wanamwambia hii masomo haina haja, wachane naye. You know, mtu ya standard 3 na standard 6 ndio wanaku advice. Nakwambia hii masomo ya Kibaki wachana naye. Chukua pesa na magunia, patia Zaprano, akatafute kura. How do you explain where we are as a country? Is that kind of advice? Where for the elderly and the children? We had a program called NHIF that was working but limping with a few challenges. That system required 800 million shillings to fix. Instead, William Ruto put it aside and brought something called SHA and SHIF at a cost of 104 billion. Money that he is stealing with these people. It's not working. The health system has collapsed. The education system has collapsed. The other day, the CS for National Treasury announced correctly that they have no money to fund free primary education started by Mwai Kibaki. Of course, the president and everybody says it is not true. But the truth of the matter is that capitation money has not been released for the last 1 year. And school principals and headmasters of primary schools live in fear of auctioneers every day because they are not able to pay for supplies. What is sad is that money is not available to fund our education. The money is stolen through the National Intelligence Service, given to that soprano guy to go around the country dishing it out. The other day they were in Bobasi. They had 10 helicopters. These helicopters are almost having an accident in the air because of the sheer number of helicopters. And they're actually creating havoc even among livestock. Even the cows are having miscarriages. Yeah. Even the hens are not laying eggs. Because their helicopters are all over the village wreaking havoc and creating fear among animals. So, at an average of 1 million shillings per helicopter, that is 10 million. The cost of the event itself is 10 million. Then they come and give some other 3-4 million. Then they go away. You saw some woman there in Kisii. She said she had a group of 31 women. She was given 2,000. Each woman 64 shillings. And then Soprano is saying that it is economic empowerment. You know, surely, you know, sometimes You know, and the guy is a professor. You know, sometimes you look at people, matharau kwa Wakenya. You give people 64 shillings unasema at an economic empowerment. Yet if that lady had gone to pick tea for a day, kibarua, angeenda na 100 yake ine ama 500, si ndio? And then the women are lined up from 6 a.m. kuwaibia hao watu viongozi, singing for them, praising them, clapping. The whole day wanashinda huko jioni, 64 shillings. This is money that was meant for education. You know, that is how low we have sunk as a country. Some people have gone to court, say, can Soprano explain the source of this wealth? His salary is known. It's 1 million shillings. He has been deputy president for 10 months. 10 million. So far, he has given 220 million in the last 2 months. Where does this money come from? These are proceeds of corruption. And this is money meant for education. And that's why Kenyans are saying one time. And you cannot blame the people of Kenya. Because all you kuchekelea wa Kenya. You know, you are laughing at the people of Kenya. Their children are at home. They cannot go to school. They are having harambes to settle their hospital bills because there is no drugs in hospital. Then unachukua helicopter 10 nasunguka na pesa from one meeting to another. It's the level of impunity that is going on in the country. Again, when you look at it, is a violation of human rights in the country. It's at the lowest. Today, our team of DCP was in Gilgil town for a meeting and were beaten up by police very badly. Later on, a border young boy of 21 years was shot in the leg by the police. He's in hospital, struggling for his life. William Ruto has decided that nobody can tell him no, nobody can challenge him, and if you challenge him, you must die or get injured and go to hospital, as he said. So we have those challenges as a country, and together we'll fix it. Luckily for us, we are a functional democracy. Elections every 5 years. There will be an election in 2 years' time. And the people of Kenya will wake up early and go to elections and elect a new government. I don't want to say I'm perfect. I don't want to say that I'm better. I don't want to say that I will do things that others have not done. All I'm asking the people of Kenya is to look at my track record, that I had the opportunity to sit pretty, enjoy, and let Kenya be finished for selfish gain. I sacrificed for the country. I lost a good job for the good of our country. At least for that one, I have a proven track record that I can sacrifice for the country. And I don't think if I refused stealing of public funds as deputy president, I would allow it as president. If I refuse the killing of our young people as deputy president, I don't think I would allow it as president, because I'm the same person. I refuse because I'm Rigathi Gachagua, and I'm a Christian, I'm a parent, and I think it is wrong to kill children. So if I became president, I don't know how I would change that perspective. The sanctity of human life is sacred. And therefore, I want to offer alternative leadership based on integrity and based on continuous engagement with the Kenyan people, so that at any one time you are properly aligned and you are thinking the same way. So we have formed a party called DCP, Democracy for the Citizens Party. Them. because I don't think in his view they pose any threat to him. But he knows the party leader of DCP is a man of integrity and he cannot be bought. He cannot be intimidated. And he knows this is a party that will send him home. So the party is popular and is a new kid in the block. And that is why they are following our meetings everywhere to make sure we don't do meetings. But when I leave here later in the month, I'll do very serious meetings. If they want to stop them, no problem. Tutangangana na hawa. Because if we buy fear and get intimidated and stop doing what we must do, our people will suffer. Our party is a national party, and it has support across the country. The deputy party leader, Cleophas Malala, is from Kakamega County. The national chairperson is from Kajiado. I have two deputy chairpersons. One is from Kiambu, the other one is from Kisumu. The Deputy Secretary General, Ole Kamwaro, is from Narok. The National Treasurer, Mwikali, is from Machakos. The Assistant National Treasurer, Mwita, is from Kuria in Migori. The Secretary General, Hezron Obanga, is from Kisii. We are a national party. But because William Ruto ananiona pale, anasema hii ni chama ya mlima. Na hii mlima anaiogopa kwa sababu it is the one that made him president. It gave me 47% of the entire vote. Na hiyo imeondoka. So he is very thin na anajua. So he is struggling. So we have a very serious national party, and this party will drive change in our country. I want to ask you to support that. Ile mtu ya 36 alisema inatangazwa. And that is how we have lost our country. So we must fix that problem. And let me tell the members of the Kalenjin community, nobody has anything against your community. You are a very honorable community. And nobody should ask the community to carry the failures of William Ruto. William Ruto has failed as a person. And I want to discourage anybody from attacking that community for the failures of William Ruto. President Daniel Arap Moi was a Kalenjin leader. He never killed children. Indeed, he loved children genuinely. President Daniel Arap Moi, a Kalenjin, has left a legacy on matters education. Despite not having been very educated, he built schools and he did a lot for education. So let nobody hide at William Ruto anapingwa na watu ya Kenya because he's a Kalenjin. No, that is not true. He has failed as a person. Abebe msalaba yake kama William Kipchirchir Ruto. The Kalenjin community is innocent and is crying as much as other Kenyans. Wanalia kama Wakenya wengine. Juzi, they own some land there in Narok, the Kipsigis community. Waliwawa, 7 of them. Na hiyo shamba, William Ruto ndio amechukua. He never even sent condolences to the people who died. Our Kipsigis waliwawa. So let us be very careful to define who our problem is. And our problem is not any community, our problem is a person. We need to fix that one. Finally, diaspora. You great guys. Mimi nimekuja tupangane mapema. Because I am not very clever, but I'm not a fool. Niko tu hapo katikati 50%. In 1970s, coffee was #1 foreign exchange earner for our country. In 1980s, tea took over from coffee. Tea was #1 foreign exchange earner for our country. In the early 90s, tourism took over as #1 foreign exchange earner. From the year 2000, the three were overtaken. Today, as we speak, #1 foreign exchange earner for our country, Kenya, are remittances from the diaspora. You guys are a serious player in Kenya's economic development. All the money that we get for paying public debt ni ile mnatuma nyumbani. All the money for imports ni ile mnatuma nyumbani. Money to run our embassies is the money that you said. Those of us who rear some dairy cows, a dairy cow, for you to get milk from it, you must look after it very well. You give it hay, you give it dairy meal, you give it Lusan, you whistle so that isikie mzuri ikikamuliwa. Nowadays, tunaipatia mpaka mattress ya kulalia isisikie baridi. And some people have even gone a step further. You play for it country music, Ken Rogers and Don Williams, so that they can give you milk. You guys are the dairy cow for the Kenyan economy. We must look after you for you to continue contributing positively to the Kenyan economy. Any serious government that knows what it's doing, of course, one that is not advised by a standard 3 and standard 6 dropout, must seriously engage diaspora. We must agree with you people how you play an even bigger role in the development of our economy. But it must be when you are satisfied that your money is safe and your parents and children are safe at home and your investments are safe. We want an engagement the way my in-law from Nemaha said, where we come up with a diaspora bond, and in fact we can go a step further. You guys have the necessary resources and expertise to start and run. What I'm asking the people of Kenya is to look at my track record, that I had the opportunity to sit pretty, enjoy, and let Kenya be finished for selfish gain. I sacrificed for the country. I lost a good job for the good of our country. At least for that one, I have a proven track record that I can sacrifice for the country. And
Thank you for tuning in. It's been Anonymous Whistleblower. Please like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Till the next one, cheers. Stand by in 3, 2, 1, go.